And welcome back to WDHN Daytime. I'm now joined by Angela Underwood of the House of Ruth to discuss a walk a mile in her shoes march taking place next month. Angela, good morning and thanks for joining me on the show.
Good morning and thank you.
Of course, and so for those at home that may not know what the march is about, just kind of give them an overview of not only the House of Ruth but also the march that's coming up.
Okay. The Walk a Mile in Her Shoes is an annual event, and this is our 6th annual event during April, which is the Sexual Assault Awareness Month, where we bring awareness to victims of not only sexual assault but domestic violence. And we do this fundraiser and invite men, sponsors to sponsor us in order to continue our services to those victims in the surrounding 9 counties.
And you mentioned men, and I'm pretty sure you told me off air that was it a group of men that actually were kind of a keystone in starting this march as well?
Right, they were. It was a group of small group of men. They started it, and they raised money and they gave to shelters and sexual assault centers throughout their area. And then 6 years ago, we started it right here in Dothan, Alabama.
Awesome, awesome. And then overall, in the cause for just speaking of victims and raising awareness of sexual assault and domestic violence, why is it so important for men to be involved, given the statistics show that they may be the ones mostly perpetrating in these cases?
We believe if they can show that they're allies for this cause, then someday there will be an end to this very serious crime known as sexual assault and domestic violence.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, talking about the march, when is it, where is it, and how can viewers sign up if they would like to?
Okay. The walk is scheduled for April 10th. The registration begins at 8:30 a.m. and the walk actually at 10 o'clock a.m. They can register online. Our registration fee is $40. It's going to be held at Kiwanis Park this year. That's 900 Deer Path Road right here in Dothan, Alabama.
Gotcha. And I'm pretty sure on the flyer I saw from Miss Deborah Pearson that if viewers sign up today, they might get a sweet prize. Is that true?
They will get a free T-shirt.
A free T-shirt. Who doesn't love a free T-shirt?
And we are inviting sponsors, sponsors from bronze level to diamond.
And then, so obviously this is raising money. Where would that money go after the march, and like what type of groups would you be sending it to?
All of proceeds will go to the House of Ruth. Checks may be made to the House of Ruth right here in Dothan, and it is to provide services to our continued services for this county as well as the surrounding counties for both safe shelter and out-of-shelter services. That includes counseling, that includes court advocacy, victim advocacy, assistance with housing, and basically those services needed by those victims of this crime.
Awesome. And for this march, there's a special, I guess, caveat, so to speak, in that you're asking men to wear high heels. Is that correct? They
can wear their red high heels, their dresses, their costumes. In fact, at our last walk in 2019, we had the privilege of our Mayor Mark Saliva dancing in his red high heels, and we're challenging all to join him this year.
I would love to see that.
Lead that and meet that challenge.
Which I think that hints the name Walk a Mile in Her Shoes.
Right.
But obviously with the pandemic, is there anything come April that there's going to be any restrictions, or is it going to be all gung-ho?
Well, we've spread it out. That's why we've changed it to Kiwanis Park. There are more spaces. Of course, those restrictions will be enforced if there are any, and if you'd like to wear your mask, you can. Spreading out is fine, walking is fine, running is fine. Whatever you'd like to do there at Kiwanis Park and helping us in this cause, we will greatly appreciate it.
Alrighty, and then just in case viewers at home may not know how to find the link to register, what was the link, and then maybe some numbers, if there's some phone numbers to call.
There is a link, and it's quite a long link, so I can read it right here. You can link up at forum.jotforum.com. You can also contact Stacy McAllister or Angie Enfinger or myself. That's at 796-5601 and 379-1459.
Awesome. And the link is right there on your screen. You guys can see it there. So, Miss Angela, thank you again for coming on the show. We'll have all this on our website and have a link that you just said as well. Anyways, thank you for coming on the show. And maybe you'll see me out there wearing some high heels. Well, if I fall, you got to help me up, though.
We'll help you up and hold on to your dress as well.
Awesome. Well, that's going to wrap up this interview. Before we go to break, let's take